Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
Our daily show, CJ Nasello, RiverBender.com, Roku TV, anywhere, everywhere. Yeah, hundreds of thousands a month keep on tuning in. Thanks for doing that. We got a great show for all of you guys today. Couple of minutes from now, we're going to be talking to Brian and learning all about farm meat. Then at 10:10, we're going to be talking to Carolyn. Oktoberfest is this weekend at St. Mary's, and really looking forward to getting more from that staple event and seeing what's coming down the pipeline. Then at 10:35, Webster Temple joins us for some details on their upcoming events and so much more in the next 2 hours. But how you doing today? Let me know, and good to see all of you. At 9:04, here's what's happening around the Riverbend. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update, where you can join myself and over 70,000 people that are in the know with Around the Riverbend, that daily email update, plus with your RiverBender app and your SMS notifications. You'll never miss out on your daily dose of local, the #1 news source on the Illinois side of the Metro East. We'll take you right to Bethalto first. We were breaking this news yesterday on the show. A recent data breach in Bethalto Community Unit School District number 8 involved Superintendent Dr. Jill Griffin with former employee Barrett Deist charged with computer tampering. On October the 4th, Deist accessed sensitive board documents and personal employee files, sparking concerns over privacy. The district reported that various types of personal information were viewed and printed, but no student files were compromised. The breach coincided with ongoing Freedom of Information Act requests, which have strained district resources. Despite the turmoil, Griffin remains optimistic about the school year, emphasizing a focus on students and upcoming traditions. We'll keep you updated as more details from this case emerge. Also, in the news today, the Illinois State Police Troop 8 recently announced the results of a roadside safety check conducted in Madison and St. Clair counties. Here's what we know from these checks in September. These initiatives aim to enhance road safety by identifying impaired drivers. Law enforcement officers issued 73 citations and arrests, including 6 for driving under the influence and 34 for driver's license offenses. Additional violations included 26 registration offenses, 7 insurance violations, and 1 occupant restraint violation. Officers provided 22 written warnings, with over 47% of fatal crashes in Illinois linked to impairment. These checks underscored that vital importance of these proactive measures for safer roadways. Also in the news, from our interview with Village Dispensary just a few short days ago, a lot of fun coming down the pipeline at the Village Dispensary. Housed in Godfrey, Village Dispensary will host its first fall festival on Saturday, October the 19th, and boy, we'll be out there, inviting the community to enjoy vendors, cultivators, and special discounts. Attendees could participate in a food drive, bringing in non-perishable items for a 10% discount on purchases throughout the next couple of weeks. The food drive will run through Thanksgiving, benefiting local food pantries and celebrating its half birthday. The dispensary is offering daily deals such as Roll into the Week, Tasty Tuesdays, and more. Bud tenders are available to assist both new and experienced users, encouraging a cautious approach to consumption. For more information, you can visit villagedispo.com. And we'll see you at the Fall Festival, Saturday, October the 19th. Busy day on Saturday, October the 19th. And we'll keep this top of the hour news rolling at 9:07. More on the investigation on the Freightliner truck that overturned on 55. Illinois State Police Troop 8 is still investigating that single vehicle crash that occurred on Interstate 55 northbound yesterday on Illinois Route 4. Preliminary reports indicate that a Freightliner truck tractor semi-trailer was traveling north when, for unknown reasons, it swerved off the roadway, leading the trailer to overturn. Fortunately, no injuries were reported at the scene. The investigation into the crash remains ongoing, and authorities have not released further information at the time of this newscast. Motorists were advised to stay alert as the situation developed yesterday, but I'm sure we'll have a report sometime this morning. Bunker Hill Community Unit School District 8 and Lewis and Clark Community College participated in the inaugural National P20 convening in Abilene, Texas, organized by Collegiate EduNation, that's Collegiate EduNation, supported by the Carnegie Foundation grant. The event brought together education leaders and policymakers from various states to discuss workforce development strategies that bridge the pre-K-12 education with higher education. Key Illinois participants included Dr. Kenneth Traska, Dr. Todd Dugan, and Mr. Jonathan Burris, who examined successful models, particularly from Texas. They aim to create a framework to connect students with post-secondary opportunities, aligning with Bunker Hill's mission to ensure all students are enrolled, employed, or enlisted. Also in the news, Ray Hartman called into the show yesterday, and he had reaction to the masked group of the neo-Nazis displaying swastika flags and white nationalist banners near the Mason Road overpass along Interstate 64 in West St. Louis on October the 5th. Congressional candidate Hartman expressed his shock at the demonstration, but acknowledged, the protesters' right to assemble. Hartman, whose mother fled Nazi control as a child, planned to participate in a counter-demonstration earlier that afternoon to denounce the extremist ideologies like the Great Replacement theory, which he called anti-American. He urged voters to consider the candidate's values across party lines and emphasize the need for unity to combat hate. That full interview is online at RiverBender.com/daily show. Also, in the news today, SIUE, Office of Undergraduate Admissions, is inviting high school and transfer students to participate in two preview SIUE events on Saturday, October the 26th, and Monday, November the 11th. These day-long programs will allow attendees to explore SIUE's academic offerings, student life, and their support services. Designed as an open house, the event offers prospective students the chance to engage with faculty, current students, and campus resources. Attendees can customize their experience through various breakout sessions and will have the opportunity to hear firsthand accounts from current students about life at SIUE. At 9:12, let's take a look at your weather. 50 degrees, it feels like 56. Man, it is nice outside. It's, going to be nice the next couple of days. Humidity's a little bit up, though, today at 74%. And visibility, Brian Trust, who just opened Poor Decisions. I know you got some stuff going on today. We love you, and you need anything, you just call me. And visibility, 17 miles. Air quality, 54, which is moderate. Grass levels are low. Mold is low. Ragweed is low. So are the tree levels, and the UV index is moderate today. Temperatures will reach 76 degrees. They'll drop down to 46 overnight. But here's some different news. The weather today will be the coolest of the next 5 days. Tomorrow, Wednesday, a high of 81 degrees, a low of 46. On Thursday, a high of 82, a low of 50. On Friday, a high of 85 degrees, a low of 53. And on Saturday, a high of 83, a low of 59. There is no rain in the forecast for the next 5 days. You can stay up to date in real time all the time by going to RiverBender.com/weather, or you can just give this phone number a ring, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Tom Lane. He's your local State Farm agent. Hey, while I have you, we just talked about Fall Market coming down the pipeline on the 19th of October at Village Dispensary, and this is a great place and an opportunity for you to check out that inventory that would make every stoner blush. I'm telling you what, when you go into Village Dispensary, it is like just anyone's kind of utopia here. You got modernized cannabis users, there's selections there. You got traditional cannabis users, that flower selection is unbeatable. But what I think's even better is the affordability, because, you know, dispensaries, especially in Illinois, they get a bad rap because everyone goes, well, it's too expensive. It's too expensive. You walk into Village Dispensary with $25, you're going to have a good afternoon. And that's what I think's important. It's no different than bringing $25 in and going to a bar. You're just probably going to feel a little bit better the next morning without a hangover. You know what I think's great too is that educational process where they'll take you to the side, they'll consult with you, and they'll make sure that you have the best experience possible. No matter what experience level you're at, everyone's having a good day when they're leaving Village Dispensary. They have the friendliest bud tenders in town, and once you go in once, you'll keep going on back. Go to villagedispo.com, see their large inventory today, and don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way, because as always, it's a joint effort. Hey, before we take a quick break and we talk to Brian over there at Farm Meat, let's take a look at downtown Alton, see how we're doing on a Tuesday morning, and we'll come back with more Daily Show right after this. See you soon.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Welcome back to our Daily Show. Here's CJ.
And you know it way
9:17, welcome back. Tuesday morning, smacking you in the face. It is beautiful outside. I mean, what a morning, you know? We're almost at deer hunting weather, you know?
Yes, it is.
Brian, how are we doing, man?
I'm doing great.
So we were talking a little bit. Meat LLC, this is really cool. So you have 40 acres
Yep.
that you were deer hunting on, still are.
Yep.
How's the season been the past couple of years? Has it been okay?
Been pretty good.
There you go.
Not
a lot better
bad.
than my buddies are doing.
Yep.
So tell me how you got into cattle before we even start the conversation, because this is just great.
Yeah. Yeah, so we were deer hunting, and on the 40 acres, I had 10 acres that we weren't really using, and I got tired of mowing. So we fenced it in, and I bought a few cows and put on there to just stop mowing.
How quickly did the mowing stop?
Pretty quick. I was done with it.
So I think this is really a great conversation to have, because especially right now, Brian, just, nationally, a lot of people are talking about our unhealthy food options, and
Yep.
especially meat, man. I mean, I didn't realize how bad some of this product is. And a lot of people are looking for more locally sourced and home raised product, and now to have this is a really great thing for the area.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. It's connecting consumers with farmers that may be 5 miles down the road that you don't even know exist, or you're not going to stop by their house and knock on their door and say, hey, do you got a side of beef I could buy? So
Right. That's a good point.
So this is just bringing that connection to everyone.
And did you realize that when you bought the initial cattle for your mowing project, what you would be turning it into?
No, I didn't. My family had always bought a side of beef from local farmers, and then as I got older, I got out of it, and then as I had kids, I started looking for how do I buy a side of beef from a local farmer, and I had lost some connections and stuff. So as I started raising them, I went to go and sell them. I was like, oh, where do I sell? How do I get rid of the extra cows that I don't want?
Right.
So I saw the problems that farmers have. They're focused on their operations, but then they got to learn how to do marketing. They got to get it out there. So that's where I kind of put the two together and said, okay, I know the consumer side. I know the farming side now, some of those challenges. How do I put this together?
So this is brilliant, and that's what perfect lead-in, because at farmmeat.com is where you can see this. And now take me through how the website works, because I'm on it now, and we can kind of go through it here just for the folks at home in a quick couple of seconds. This is the home page, and just right off the bat, featured farmers are right there. So what happens when I click on See More?
So when you go and see more or go and search, you actually get taken to the farm that you clicked on. So there's 3 farms right now, one in Jerseyville, one in Carrollton, and one in Beecher City, which is up kind of Taylorville area.
Okay.
So those farms have product ready to sell. You see what the processor date is. That's the date the farmer will actually take to the processor. And then with beef, they usually hang them for 2 weeks, 10 days, somewhere in that range. And then they cut them up per your cutting instructions. So you're going to go, you pick out which one you want, look at the processor of where the processor is, because you want to kind of get a processor local to you.
Right.
Those processors, one's going to Springfield, one's going to Highland, and the other one goes to Oconee, Illinois. So you pick where you want to pick it up from, and the date that you want that it's going to the processor, and you place your order. Now, from that order, the farm that'll send a message to the farmer. The farmer actually accepts that, making sure that they've got the inventory. So they accept your order. You'll get an invoice for a deposit. You pay the deposit, and then whenever the farmer delivers the beef to the processor, which there's some in October and November, once they deliver it, they'll get the actual hanging weight. Now, if you don't know what a hanging weight is, you got the live animal weight that when they go in, the hanging weight is after they've been dispatched and the insides are taken out. It's the meat and the bones that is hanging there on the rail. So that's the price you're paying is based off of the hanging weight. So the farmer will go and the processor will give the actual hanging weight. So you got some credibility that you know what the actual hanging weight is. They put that in, and then the final invoice gets sent to you. Now, a couple of those farmers, you'll notice 2 of the farmers processing cost is included in that price.
Right.
The other one, the processing, you pay directly to the processor. So there's no middleman in this. It's supply chain is farmer to processor to you.
This is so cool. I mean, because this needed to be modernized for such a long time. And take me through some of the conversations you're having with just those three, farms and those farmers, and talking about how just it's made this process so much easier for them. Because there's been so many times, man. Just you type into Google, that same exact search. Where can I find this? And it's like a needle in a haystack for so many. This is great. So what are those conversations like?
Yeah, so the farmers, like right now, we're in harvest season.
Right.
They don't have the time to be spending out on Facebook and trying to learn marketing and get all their information out there. So this is a great opportunity for you to be able to buy 24/7. Mm-hmm. You're not texting with the farmers. They're doing the harvesting.
Right.
So it just brings all this together and makes it much easier for them. And then on here, there's education component to it. Because there's a lot of people, as I talk to consumers, I've never bought direct from a farmer. So I go to the store, I grab my ribeye, and that's how I buy.
What says it's a ribeye?
Yeah. So how do I buy from a farmer? So it's on this website, there's a cut sheet. So as you're talking to the butcher, what are the questions they're going to ask? This walks you through, it gives you a sample cut sheet. Do you want 3/4 inch steak? Do you want 1 inch steak? How do you want your roast cut up? How do you want the hamburger package? Do you want patties? Do you want 1 inch or 1 pound tubes or 2 pound? So it walks you through that process, making it a more straightforward process.
Well, that's so important too, because I'm sure that's a huge hang up in a lot of those transactions or a lot of those conversations, because especially like you said, it's harvest season. We got 18,000 more, and seriously more important things to do on the totem pole. And it's like, well, I don't have time really to talk about cuts right now, for a first timer here. I got to keep moving.
Yep.
Man, and that's what we're pulling up here now is just some of that sample sheet for the folks to look at. And we're going to link everything in a write-up on RiverBender that'll take you right to it. But it's really great to know that education's there. But also, I just talking about why it's important to buy local. And it's not, of course, supporting local is important. But there's so many health and nutrition aspects to this that make it so much more important to do so.
Yeah, so with buying local, the farm that it's coming from. You can, as the farms are doing their write-ups and stuff, they're telling you how they're raising these animals. So you know how they're being raised. You know that it's local. So from an environmental standpoint, sustainability, you don't have stuff being trucked from Western U.S. to the Midwest. Eventually, this is going to expand out, but right now we're really focused on the Midwest area. And then from there, it's not feedlots. So these are cows that are out grazing the pasture.
Right.
And then you can look, and if you may want grass-fed, grass-finished, well, you can go and find a farm that has that. The ones that are on there right now they're on pasture, but then they're grain-finished, which gives you a lot more marbling and stuff. So it really opens up for consumer choice as to what you want, and you able to pick.
Well, and on top of that, just going back to that education, component of it too, for us to learn, a little bit of that process is important for everybody too.
Absolutely. We've seen it in 2020, and since then, you need to know where your meat and where your food's coming from, and people are just a lot more health conscious now.
Well, and it's honestly a great thing, and now to have this in our region though, because this is something that I would expect happening really in another portion, maybe a little bit more in that west central United States, where you have this software and all of this, but to have this more localized is a really big incentive. And now, have you had folks that reaching out that says, hey, how can I be a part of farm meat? How can I get my inventory there? And if so, how is that possible?
Yeah, so I've had a few farmers reach out and see how to put it on there. It's a very simple process where you go, you sign up. I use Stripe in the back end for all the payment processing and to hold the farmer's information, banking information for when I pay the farmer. It's no different than like an eBay or some of those an Etsy, where you sign up, they hold on to that information and pay the vendors out. And then once you have a product on there, it's really copy and pasting from 1 month to the next. If you're taking product to the butcher every month, you really just copy that information over, because the information about the cow is the same.
Right.
And I do inventory management. So if you're taking 4 cows to the butcher in October, you put in that you take 4. You're not creating 4 different entries. So then as you sell those, it actually takes off that half a cow is no longer available once your inventory gets below a half.
Okay.
So if you only got a quarter left to sell, it's only going to show to the users that you got a quarter left to sell.
Well, that's even more important, too, because that's a lot of that, those couple of minutes add up.
Absolutely.
Man, this is really cool. You got a moment to stick around?
Yeah.
I got to take a quick break. 9:27, more Daily Show hitting you right in the nose with Farm Meat LLC right after this. Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
No matter the season, Played Against Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Played Against Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Welcome back to our Daily Show. Here's CJ. .30, welcome back. Daily Show hitting you in the nose on a Tuesday. Brian back in studio, Farm Meat LLC. This is really cool. And you know, just getting in, Brian, to the different cuts and different sizes again, because, you know, for me, and I'll be honest with you, I've always seen the post about half a cow and, you know, all of those different sizes, but what do they truly mean? And if you could kind of break them down to what maybe a first-time consumer could expect on the longevity of it, you know, what you could make out of it, all of that good stuff.
Yep. Yeah. So with beef, you could buy a whole beef or a whole cow. Generally, people aren't doing that unless it's split up amongst multiple families in your family, multiple kids and aunts or something. But what we allow is you buy a quarter or a half.
Okay.
Now, a quarter is often called a half of a half. So you don't get the hind quarter or the front quarter, you actually get half of a whole side.
Oh, okay.
So, and why that's important is because you got roasts,
right?
Your steaks all are different based on the front versus the back quarter. So you're getting a half of a half is what it's sometimes called. And you go in and you pick. I want a quarter. So from there, you're going to get a roast. It's about 180 pounds is the last cow hanging weight was 180 pounds.
Okay.
Now, with that, once they go through and actually start cutting that down, you're going to have some loss due to bones and other stuff that gets tossed away. But you're going to get, you're going to select the hamburger, you get a half or a quarter of a brisket, you get roast. And so and on that cut sheet we had up earlier, it lays out all the different pieces. And if you want your tallow, if you want your, which is the fat, if you want your beef, tongue, liver, those are available to you. A lot of people don't get those because a lot of people aren't eating that stuff as much anymore. But that's available to you. And then as you look at the cut sheet, each one, there's actually on the website, you can see by family size how long that meat will actually typically take.
That's really
or last you.
That's really cool. Man, that's really cool.
And along with freezer space and stuff. That's all on the website under the shopping guide.
That's really cool. And we'll go there here in a second. And so on your shopping guide too, I see that you got beef and pork. And now how does pork differ from beef? Because I'm sure that these animals cut differently, I'm sure, and that that process is a little bit different in terms of loss. Do you lose more in a cow than you would a pig? Or do you kind of lose more weight in a pig than you would a cow?
No, I mean it's pretty much all based on percentages.
Is it really?
So
okay.
It's not going to be that much different, but I mean with a hog they're a much smaller animal, so typically those are either sold as a whole hog or a half.
Okay.
You're not buying a quarter with a hog.
Oh, so it is only a half or a whole for a hog.
Yeah.
Okay.
The farmer has that option to select when they're listing the inventory as to how they want to sell it. Cool. Some farmers will only want to sell it as a whole, and which is great if you're wanting to do a whole hog barbecue.
Right.
So have it dropped off at the processor, they'll dispatch it, they'll get it to where it's ready to be cut up, but then you just go pick it all up and then go do your barbecue. So
man, that's cool. Yeah.
That's a great way. I'm talking to a couple farms right now about adding lambs or sheep. So you'll be able to get that here in the near future as well.
Really neat.
And again, those are usually sold based on a whole lamb because they're a smaller animal. So you may only get 30 to 40 pounds of meat out of a lamb.
And honestly, though, a lot of times that's perfect for anybody. The 30 or 40 pounds for a good while.
Absolutely. And what it also helps you do is you can buy it with this site because it's always been word of mouth.
Right.
That you sold before.
Exactly.
So if I didn't have the conversation with the farmer, it was a year before I would maybe get another one. Now with this site, I can buy a smaller quantity because maybe my budget doesn't allow me to buy a half. So I can buy a quarter, then go back on in 3-4 months and buy another quarter or buy another lamb.
This is what I think is so important about it too, because you're right, especially right now, money's a little bit tighter for folks. So it just still be able to have that good quality meat and not have to worry about, scraping some money together or maybe grabbing your buddy and going in half and half to get through it. You're a lot easier, to get that process done. And now I did find that that sheet on your website, which is really easy to find. This is a great site, man. It's really accessible. This is really interesting. So a fourth of a cow will last you about 15 to 25 weeks. You're going to get 80 to 100 pounds of beef, and then 50 to 70 meals for a family of 4 to 5.
Yes.
So for one person, that's pretty much a year.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
Honestly.
Yeah. Depending on your family size, it can last a whole year.
That's incredible. I mean, honestly, I didn't realize that.
Yep.
So, I mean, when people look at the price of this is a really good eye-opener to, how much you're saving in the long run, because if you think about those Chinooks runs, hell, by the time you go every 2 or 3 days for that butcher bundle for $20, you're better off buying a good quality piece of locally raised beef.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right here.
Yep, you know right where it came from. And
I'm a fan.
Helping out your local community.
I am 100% a fan. Yeah. Well, and what's this do for that farmer? Because I know that, and I don't want to say I know, I could only assume that, for a lot of folks that are focused on, harvesting and their crops and product that way, that maybe this could be an income booster for some? Is this a good way to kind of keep just some money rolling all year round without having to stop and keep going into a different direction?
Yeah, so I mean, the other option for a farmer, if they don't sell direct to consumer, is it goes to the auction barn.
Okay.
And then they get whatever the auction barn wants to give them, which is then also sometimes tied to the big four producers that are taking them out west. Not producers, but the big four chains that sell directly to the grocery store. So this is taking them out of that path and getting you right in control and working with the farmers. So
this is incredible.
Keeping the money local. I mean, that's what it does.
Well, and talk about that streamlined process too, because I mean, for consumers, this is great. Because for me, I only saw the posts on Facebook when someone would share them, like, "Hey, who wants to go in on this?" Or there's a beef available, and now to be able to sit here and go, well, I can actually do this myself. It's not one of those processes where you don't know any of the information because it's right here. I mean, you have a whole buying guide on how to do this and a step-by-step process. I mean, you've done this. How much time are we saving with Farm Meat LLC in this website?
It's a huge time saver from a consumer perspective.
Right.
Think back before Airbnb was a thing. So what you had to do to find a condo was you had to know someone, or you had to look in the classified ads of Craigslist
and hope for the best.
And hope for the best. So what I've done, and now with the farms, you either got to know the farm name because they're probably not spending the money on the SEO to get it ranked at the very top. You're going to have there's some competitors out there, but they're shipping nationally. I'm not shipping product. This is keeping it local. I don't want to do the shipping portion of this. So now with Airbnb, you go on there and you're able to put all your selections of, I want oceanfront condo, I want a hot tub, whatever you want, and you're able to make that decision based off of all the product that's listed on Airbnb. That's what Farm Meat is doing for the farm community and with direct to consumer. You no longer have to do the endless searches trying to find a farm that's 10 miles down the road, and who knows what results you're going to get. Most of the time, the farm's not going to show up.
Right.
Because they may not have a website.
Right.
So it's free to farmers to get on here.
On top of that, too, though, with that SEO, if you type in farm, a lot of times you're going to get a tourist attraction.
Yeah,
you aren't going to get a real farm, you know?
Exactly.
This is incredible. Well, and for the farmers, how much time? I mean, I'm sure for them, this is like a weeks and months saving process in time when you add up all that it takes to really get the word out there and go through the process.
And lots of money, because I'm doing a lot of the marketing, so I'm pooling the marketing across all the farms to have it on here. So it's going to be time saver for them, money saver for them as we put all of it into this website.
Man, this is so cool. So whenever we're talking about just, wait time and stuff, because for first-time consumers, I'm sure that process is going to look, a lot different for, it isn't your Schnucks run.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Can you, I mean, it's hard to ballpark, I'm sure, because it's going to depend on, I'm sure, the cow, the farm, and all of those different variables. But is there an estimate normally on the turnaround time for when you place your order?
Yeah, so when you go on the website, you'll see there's a processor date on there.
Okay.
That processor
Going
date
back to that. Okay.
is when it's dropped off at the processor. And for a cow, it's a 2-week, 10 to 14 days is usually what they hang beef for. And that's to dry it out to age it. Now on hogs, lamb, and goats, you don't have that. Turnaround time is within a week. So beef, 2 weeks, assume off that processor, and it's on the website. It tells you that.
Going back to that, because I remember you saying that, but it didn't really click until now. I mean, that's very quick.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, my brain kept going back to, after the processor, there's another step, but that is the step.
That is the step.
This is incredible,
They
man.
do the cutting it up and everything in that 2 weeks, and you're good to go. Man. So if you got some money set aside for this, and now it's October, so it's in November, you go ahead and purchase it. you get that order in, and then 2 weeks after that processor date is when it's going to be available.
So, and this is kind of like I guess I'll ask you for me personally, but I can see others doing this. Obviously in April, hopefully there's some money. Mine never does. Yeah. Maybe I get lucky this year and get a tax refund. Yep. I can use that that's what I would basically use that for, because I'm eating all year long, and I don't have to go back and buy meat anymore for the year.
Right.
How do you freeze the product you aren't using, and what's that look like? Are there any tips that you can give somebody that's never done this before on getting the most out of this?
Yeah, so you're going to get a deep freeze.
Okay.
It's not going to all fit in the top of your freezer or refrigerator. So you get a deep freezer, chest or upright. Now, personally, I prefer an upright.
Okay.
Because I can see everything that I've got. So when I go in to pull out a steak, I can easily see it. I'm not head deep into my chest freezer trying to find at the bottom.
Right. Yeah.
They get lost down there, and you'll find 1, 2, 3 years later.
You'll find one 40 years later. We've all been in Grandma's deep freezer.
Exactly. So, and on that buyer's guide, you can see kind of how much space it's going to take in a deep freeze. So, you need to have that, and that's what's going to keep it cold and keep it frozen solid. And people aren't in there like they are in the top of your refrigerator freezer. That's
it. So there's really no, because that's what I was always nervous about with this, was just that kind of freeze process. Because to me, I was like, man, if I don't get the right bags, or if I don't put this in the right spot on the freezer, am I going to worry about freezer burn and this, or how long do I have in lifespan? But this is really cool to know that. That's really simple.
Yeah, it's very simple, and it works out. I mean, some of these processors, you'll have some that do the butcher paper, taking you back a little bit. You got the butcher paper, and some of them are doing actual vacuum seal now for really some of the freeze dried.
Do you prefer the paper or the vacuum seal?
I've not had the vacuum seal. I've only had the paper.
See, that's cool.
A little more old school.
I like it. Brian, man, this was great. And for people to learn more, what's the website? Is it farmmeat.com? Because there's market.farmmeat.com too,
So
right?
farmmeat.com is where all the information is.
Okay.
That's the landing page. From there, you'll link over to the market.farmmeat.com, which has actually got the farms listed based on the map and where you actually do the order.
Really cool.
But
and
they
now,
all link together.
I see a sign-up button. Is that just for the farmers, or do we have, as a consumer, created an account too?
When you sign up, it'll actually take you to a page that asks you if you're a consumer or a farmer. So one button for both.
Really cool.
And then we log you in, sign you up the appropriate way.
Man, this is awesome. Well, best of luck this deer season, too, man.
We're going to need it.
We'll take a quick break at 9:44. We'll link everything in a write-up on RiverBender.com. But in the meantime, I'll stay here. You'll stay there on RiverBender and Roku TV.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trunked. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit villagedispo.com and shop now.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
As they drag you by your feet, but the hangman isn't hanging, and they put you on the street. Yeah, you go back, Jack, do it again. Wheel turning round and round. You go back, Jack, do it again.
Oh, welcome back. Daily Show, hitting you in the nose. 9:47 is the time on this 8th day of October. Man, this month's just flying right on by. We'll take you to On This Date in History. By the way, did you download our Roku channel? I was talking to Mike. Maybe I'm wrong, because I'm wrong. Well, I'm wrong about actual conversations, because I always kind of like paraphrase too much. But I'm pretty sure, Mike, don't we have like tens of thousands of Roku TV downloads, I'm pretty sure. We're like 40,000. I'm pretty sure. We'll have to, don't quote me until Mike tells me. I'm pretty sure I'm right. I am pretty sure like 90% I'm right on this. On this date in history, we'll take you to 1871, the big one. On this date, the Great Chicago Fire began in the barn of Patrick and Catherine O'Leary, and by the time the blaze died out 2 days later, a large swath of the city had been devastated and some 300 people died in the blaze. Also, on this date in history, Martha Stewart gained some street cred, reported to federal prison in West Virginia to begin her 5-month sentence for insider trading. That happened on this date in 2004. On this date in... Man, not a lot of good ones. That's pretty much it. Wow, what a boring day on history. On this date in music history, let's see what's going on. No, I promise you, it looked a lot more exciting whenever I did my prep work today. I don't know what maybe I was looking at tomorrow's, because I thought today was the 9th this morning. That could be it. You know also why I have you. I had like the weirdest morning. Did anyone else's air in their tires just completely... I mean, my tire is just giving me fits. It has been like an absolute nightmare for me lately. I missed the North Alton Godfrey Business Council meeting. It was not fun, you know? I'm just telling you. I love the North Alton Godfrey Business Council meetings, and it's one of the things I seriously do look forward to. And I'm telling you what, I was bummed out when I got outside and saw another flat tire. I've had enough of it. With that being said, we'll take a look on this date in music history and have a little bit of fun, shall we? It's got to be better than the actual on this date in history. On this date in 2012, record label bosses EMI recall the vinyl anniversary edition of Love Me Do by the Beatles after discovering it accidentally pressed a version that included a session musician, Andy White, playing drums instead of Ringo Starr. Copies of the disc featuring the wrong version still selling on eBay with Beanie Babies to this day. Remember that? How everyone thought they were going to be millionaires because of Beanie Babies? Everyone had the pink Princess or the purple Princess Diana Beanie Baby, and everyone thought they were like a millionaire. Just insane. That and those Black Diamond Disney VHS tapes. They are not worth anything. Just give them away. It's all good. It's over. 2006, The Killers started a 3-week run at #1 on the UK album chart with Sam's Town, the US band's second album. In 2004, Britney Spears split with the manager who had guided her career since she was 13 years old. Larry Rudolph said he and the singer had mutually agreed not to renew their 9-year management relationship. On this date in 1992, the U.S. Postal Service issued a set of commemorative stamps to celebrate music legends. The stamps included Elvis, Bill Haley, Buddy Holly, Otis Redding, Richie Valens, and Dina Washington and Clyde Fatter. There you go. I bet you people still have some of those stamps too. A lot of people collect stamps. That's a big thing. I watched a video on Facebook about that the other day. Very fascinating stuff. There's actually a stamp collection convention that happens once a year, I'm pretty sure, in the Metro East. I'll have to find it because I just saw it on the community calendar a couple of weeks ago. On this date in 1988, U2 scored their first UK #1 with Desire, the track to which was also a #3 US hit taken from Rattle and Hum. On this date in 1988, Dark Side of the Moon finally left Billboard's Hot 200 album chart after a record-breaking 741 weeks. That's incredible. On this date in 1987, Chuck Berry was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. His biography, Hail, Hail, Rock and Roll, also premiered on the same night. And because of the landscape we're in geographically, little Chuck Berry for you, Riverbend style.
Well, it winds from Chicago to L.A. More than 2,000 miles all the way. Get your kicks on Route 66. Well, it goes from St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City looks so pretty, you see. Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico.
I like Chuck Berry.
Flagstaff, Arizona.
Kind of a different guy, though. Had a unusual last couple of years. Apparently used to go to the boat all the time and gamble, too. Hey, in 1987, the three members of ZZ Top made advance booking for seats on the first passenger flight to the moon. And the boys, to this day, they're still waiting for confirmation of the trip. Well, that's a little sad. On this date in 1971, Led Zeppelin II was enjoying its 100th week on the UK album chart. It was the band's first album to hit #1 in the US, knocking the Beatles, the Beatles, Abbey Road twice from the top spot, where it remained for 7 weeks. When first released, the album, it had advanced orders of 400,000 copies. That's pretty incredible. On this date in 1965, The Fluorescents, supported by the Castiles, which featured a young guy named Bruce Springsteen, appeared in New Jersey. This was the Castiles' first publicly advertised nightclub appearance, and admission to see the boss, before he was the boss, was just $1. In 1964, hold on. This was a good one. I can go to break with this one. We'll come back to that one, okay? We'll come back to that one. Just give me a couple of seconds, okay? Just give me some time here. All fear, no factor. Give me some time. Oh, see what happens whenever the On This Date, the first one kind of flounders there a little bit?
Quick question.
Oh, hold on here. With that being said, we got a couple of more On This Dates in music. Bruno Mars, born on this date in history, on the 8th of October, Bruno Mars, Just the Way You Are, the Lazy song, and now has to, repay millions upon millions of dollars to Vegas because he doesn't know how to stop gambling. Born on this date in 1985. Teddy Riley, the U.S. singer, Blackstreet, 1996 UK #9 and U.S. #1 with No Diggity featuring Dr. Dre, born on this date in 1967. Johnny Ramone, born on this date in 1948. And going to break with Roy Orbison. On this date in music, Roy Orbison was at #1 on the UK charts with Pretty Woman.
Pretty woman, walking down the street. Pretty woman, the kind I like to meet. Pretty woman, I don't believe you, you're not the truth. No one could look as good as you. Mercy. Pretty woman, won't you pardon me? Pretty woman, I couldn't
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Dream Home Realty Center.
Hey Sherry, talk to me, Dream Team. We've got Joey.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now. You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com. Officially the 10 o'clock hour, and the top of it belongs to St. Mary's and all things Oktoberfest. Saturday night might be for fighting if you're Elton John, but it's for having good times if you're in the 618. This is a staple. I'm ready to talk Oktoberfest. How are we doing today?
Excellent.
Doing great. Doing great.
So we're only a couple of days away, and have you been able to let the breath out yet? Are we still holding it until the event comes into fruition?
Until that day comes,
I love it. Well, Oktoberfest has always been a big part of my life, just growing up, going to St. Mary's when I was in elementary school, and then all the fun that we've had at the event, throughout the years. And it's always just great to see it come back around the corner. And, as you're gearing up for this and all the paperwork's in front of us, getting ready to go through everything, how does it feel just to have a night where the community can really gather and appreciate the things that St. Mary's has to offer?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's always great every year, and I think that's the Friday night kind of starts that off, and the community gets together and has a good time. And that's when a lot of us can see each other too, that have been working on it for all summer and fall, and we get to have a good time there too once it gets rolling.
And we're welcoming, priests that come out of town too, that they come to for this event only. Otherwise, they are either in Boston or the other locations that we have. So.
That's a great point, too. Really cool. And how do we start this off? Because there's a whole lot to talk about in Oktoberfest.
I know.
So let's start with Friday, whenever the event kicks off at 5 p.m. on the 11th. Where do we start?
Yeah, well, I'll let Ryan do that because he's got the race that starts
so
it
this
all
is
off.
Cool.
Yeah, the race starts it all
This is our third year for the 5K and 1 mile fun run. And we're always excited to have brought this back because this is one of those things that people want. They want the run. They love the beer, and it just comes all together with Oktoberfest.
That's true.
So,
Good pitch. You need to write my commercials from now on. Well, and now you were and I were talking before we came back on from break, and you were saying that almost 100 participants are right at that so far.
We're getting to it. Yeah.
That's really cool. And what better weather for a run than Friday night when it's 55 degrees and you're enjoying life?
Right.
That's cool. So take me through the run. What's the location? What's the route? And how can we sign up?
Absolutely. So all our information is available on our St. Mary's Oktoberfest website. And then from there, we have the links to the run events as well as the other event schedules. But really, we kick it off with packet pickup starting at 3.
Okay.
And you can register all the way up to the time that we let folks start running down the road. Because not only do we have the 5K, but we also have the 1 mile fun run that happens 5 minutes after 5:30. And so as soon as the 5Kers go, then they will run up to several locations, one being the Barth Park, and then they will circle around, eventually making their way up to Haskell Park and back to the church on 3rd and Langdon Street.
That's a tough one. That's a little bit of a tough one.
It's a slow up, fast down.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
It might take me a little bit to get my legs moving that quick anymore. Now, I got to ask you, right, what's your mile time?
Oh, That's a good question. It's probably somewhere in the 7s.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
That's
not
a
bad
good
for-
mile time.
Yeah.
Man, that's better than I'm doing right now. I can tell you that one.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll be there for the walk.
Same here. That's
Walking is definitely encouraged as well. And new this year as well is we have a 1 mile beer dash where folks can either get a cup of soda or if you're 21 or older, an NA beer, and your goal is to get around the 1 mile course with most of your beer, if not all.
I can do this.
And we do have prizes for that too.
Yeah.
I can do this. I have navigated those brick streets one too many times in this same condition. Actually, I'll be in better condition during the event. I'm in. I'm in the race. I'm competing. Now, how do we sign up?
So under that St. Mary's Oktoberfest website.
We'll go to the website right now, so we can follow along here. Right here?
And then, there should be a link if you...
Click on it.
Yep.
There you go.
There you are.
Right here.
There you
Oh,
are.
that's not bad at all. I like this.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, whenever you look at like any other 5Ks or any runs, I mean, that's actually really cheap compared to some of the costs out there, and it's going towards an amazing cause anyway. This is cool. Really cool. So how do, is there an option for where is the fun run under the 1 mile fun run?
It is. So
okay.
When you show up, if that's what you decide you'd want to do, we'll hook you up.
Really cool. I'm in. No, I'm like 100% in. Everybody better watch out. I'm in my element that night, you know? And the silent auction, I know, is right underneath this on our brochure here. And does that go all weekend long?
Yes, it starts Friday at 6 p.m.
Okay.
And then it runs through Sunday at 4 p.m.
You guys have the best auctions, too. I'm telling you,
We
the
do have
auction
some great
items are
items
just
this year.
always the best. But it's like the envy of everyone's silent auction. That's why every time I've ever done an event, I don't even try. Because it's like I know that people are going to always compare it to the St. Mary's silent auction. It's one of my favorite things to take a look at because there's some great options out there. Before we move on from the fun run here in the 5K, is there age requirements? What are some of those looking like, and anything else that we need to know before we register?
Yeah, absolutely. So other than the limitation on the beer dash, it's open from stroller all the way up to 99, and we're happy to have you come along. We also look for volunteers. So if you're someone who is eager to engage in Oktoberfest, want to be part of the festivities, but you're not really confident in getting around that course, we'd be happy to have you. So again, if you go on that website, under that run tab at the top, there is a volunteer tab, and anybody can sign up. We are welcoming everyone.
And we'll link that too in our write-up, so that way you can just click on that hyperlink and it'll take you directly to it. Man, that's really cool. All right, and now I'm also just going to, I'm on the Oktoberfest website. I clicked on some of the options because I'm nosy and I like to see what we can win in our silent auction, but just some more great opportunities. But I also wanted just to direct you guys, when you go to the homepage on this, when you click on the Oktoberfest website and click on the auction, that there's a chance to contribute as well. And, you know, take me through what some of those contributions mean for St. Mary's, if you don't mind me asking.
Oh, it means a lot. This is our biggest fundraiser all year long. It helps our school, it helps our parish, and so yeah, we have the sweepstakes raffle. So if you don't want to go through there, there's a sweepstakes raffle with $10,000 grand prize and then 9 other prizes. So that's there. You can buy them online or call the parish office by Wednesday, or come to the grounds and buy the tickets right there. So yeah,
really cool.
Yeah.
And here's some of the auction items, correct?
Yeah. Yes. So they're on there. Those are some of the ones from last year.
Oh, last year?
But
Okay.
a lot of them will be the same, but
Okay.
yeah, those are the ones from last
Still,
year.
just to give you, so we have to wait
Yeah.
still a little
So they're
bit
still,
for those.
they're still coming in this week to the office and everything else, and so they'll be loading them up. Yeah,
Guys, I thought I could give you a
That's
tease.
okay.
I was trying to get your wallets out now, you know?
But they'll be loading them up, and then you can see some of the items beforehand. But then you can start bidding at 6 p.m. on Friday.
Really cool. And folks, if you go to that website, when we link it on that article, if you get those sweepstake tickets, you can, is it buy 4 still get 1 free? Really cool. And tickets are $25, so that's really cool.
Right.
And you have a chance to win, I don't know, $10,000. What would you do with that? You know, that's come on now, that would make anybody's weekend.
That does.
And then take me through the basket raffle.
So the basket raffle, it goes, those silent auction items, you can also see them live in the gym on Saturday and Sunday. And then while you're in the gym, the Suddes Hall, you can also go over to the basket raffle and take chances on that. There'll be a lot of great things in the basket raffle too. So one side of the gym has the basket raffle, the other side has the silent auction items.
And then you don't need to be present to win.
You don't need to be present to win any of the things.
And how do you contact the winners, just so they the folks are a little bit know how you're going to reach out to them?
Yeah, well, with the sweepstakes, we have got their phone number on there. They'll reach out to them with their phone number on there. Cool. In the same way with the silent auction items and things like that. If you're not there, they will get a hold of you. So, yeah.
All right, wrangle up the little ones, because now it's time for the main event for them. Let's talk about the ways that the kids can have fun and the ways that they can get tickets for all the fun. Because what I love is the fact that each year it seems like there's something a little bit different, but it's not taking away, it's just adding to what's already a part of the event. Right. And there's just so much for all ages to really go and just have some really safe fun too. For parents, that's a big thing right now. And it's great that we have that opportunity this weekend. Fill me in.
So we're very excited because not only this year do we have our inflatables and our standard kid games, but we've also enlisted the help of our grade schools. They're the ones that have come up with the game ideas, and they're going to kind of take that over. So, but our really exciting thing is the teen zone. So anyone who's middle school or older, we have a whole separate area, and we have different games for different days. There's also going to be a movie night as well.
Really cool.
Yes.
What movie's playing?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Tune in now and provide your suggestions.
That is a tease for what's to come. You don't have to go.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
No. Well, and a big thing though, I wanted to make sure parents know of, because a lot of times, because I manage the community calendar and see where folks kind of want to go and what days are open. Parents, I know that a lot of times your child maybe wants to go and have that day of fun. You can do that at Oktoberfest with those wristbands, 2 days for $35 for all the fun you want.
Right.
Talk about having an affordable, really great weekend without breaking the bank or worrying about it on Monday.
Right.
That's really cool. $35 for 2 days, $25 for 1 day, and the children's games are just $1 per game. That's really nice too.
Yes, yeah. So,
inflation hasn't gotten you guys yet.
So they get those hard. When they get down there, they can get those wristbands right at 3rd and Henry Street. That's where the ticket booth is. So right by the games.
I'm looking at this too and seeing that there's some new additions this year as well. Can we go through those as well, from the paint a pumpkin to the face painting and hairspray options that I'm seeing right underneath of that? That looks really cool.
Yes. So the paint a pumpkin is definitely new this year. So that's going to be a great thing this year. And we, like Ryan said, we'll have some new games and things out there.
But I love this paint a pumpkin, because that's a great activity for families to do, especially in the afternoon, like 1 o'clock. Go stop by, do a little bit of that paint a pumpkin, go grab some food, hang out for a bit, and then go back on and enjoy your day.
Yeah, and you get your
I love it.
face painted, hair painted, all painted there. Yeah.
Do they have I heard that one of the hairspray options was the CJ Pompadour-esque mop. No, that's not it. So face painting and hairspray, how much does that cost?
Well, so I think everything mostly is, I know the tickets are $1 down there. I'm not sure. I think,
but right in that kind of ballpark.
You can use your tickets for those. Yeah,
really cool. And then don't forget about the adult gaming options. This is where you get to have some fun too. I love this. So you got darts. What's Chuck-a-Luck?
Is it the state wheel? Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. So, and we have a brand new one this year. Someone built a great big wheel with all the states on it. And so then you place your bets down on the numbers there and spin the wheel, and if your state comes up, then you win.
That's cool.
And it's great for the and then adult darts is another hit for the adults.
And now, how does the darts work? Just because I've never played that game before at Oktoberfest.
Yeah. So go ahead.
You throw darts at balloons, and when you pop them, you can win all kinds of different prizes.
Is that seriously it?
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
It's just a balloon pop, yeah.
And the prizes range from bottles of alcohol to scratchers, golf balls,
and things like that. So you'll have more. Instead of kid prizes, you have golf balls or.
I'm having fun this weekend. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the pull tabs are going to be available too?
Yes. And you can get them down there at the booth, or they also walk around selling them. So, yeah.
I'm excited. So don't forget to grab your Oktoberfest wear every year. I'm so excited to say that I have I have a Stein.
Okay.
I have never missed. My parents always make sure to grab multiple, even when I was a little one, just because we were always a part of the fun here. And make sure you bring a little bit extra. And now, is your merchandise store online this year, or is it all on site?
There was a pre-sale online, but now it's closed. So but you can buy down there at the festival.
Bring some extra cash and have some more fun. And then don't forget the food menu. This is where the real main event is, because there is nothing better than the German skillet meals and all that comes to boot. What do we talk about? What's the big call to action for the Oktoberfest cuisine?
Well, the skillet meals.
Yeah,
the sausage and the potatoes and onions and then sauerkraut. If you
can't
like,
go wrong.
Yeah, right. So, and then you've got frankfurters and bratwurst, and you can have them with or without the sauerkraut. So those are good. Then we have American fare too. We get your hamburgers, and then we have turkey legs, corn on the cob, loaded potatoes.
I can't turn down a loaded baked potato.
No, those
if you
are
see me down there. I will take the loaded baked potato.
That's amazing. You're gonna have like 800 loaded baked potatoes after this.
I'll be part of the basket raffle.
And then let's talk about music. Who's gonna be playing this weekend?
Yes, so we have some usuals, and then we have one new band on Friday night. Glendale Riders. They always kick off our big party, so that's at 7. The Glendale Riders. On Saturday, actually both Saturday and Sunday, we have the St. Louis Czech Express from 1 to 4 o'clock. They're the German band, so they have that down at the main tent, and then at the other end of the grounds we have on Saturday the Dixie Dudes, and on Sunday we have Big Shake Daddies. And then on Saturday evening, the big band Saturday is Lady Luck.
Really cool.
And on Sunday is Flip the Frog. So, yeah.
That's awesome. You guys get a moment to stick around?
Absolutely.
We do.
Taking a quick pause here at 10:17. Well, we'll come back with more Daily Show and more Oktoberfest for you right after this on RiverBender and Roku.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
I don't need you to worry for me, 'cause I'm all right. I don't want you to tell me it's time to come home.
10:20, welcome back. Daily show, smacking you on a Tuesday.
I don't care what you say.
So all the fun of Oktoberfest in just a couple of days. It's wild how fast this year is just flying by. Every time we always say, oh man, what a fast year, but this one really takes the cake.
So, yeah.
Man, oh man. Hey, always wanted to point out too that on Saturday and Sunday there are opportunities to attend Mass. What times are those, and then what are the Masses looking like those 2 days?
Okay, so we have Oktoberfest to celebrate the founding of our parish, which was in October, and it's 166 years since the parish of St. Mary's was founded. So we're celebrating that. On Saturday, there's 5:15 Mass in the church. On Sunday, 6:30 a.m. and 8 a.m. Mass in the church. And then at 11 o'clock is our big, what we call the Mass in the Grass at Garfield or Barth Park. People call it both things, so Garfield, Barth Park. We have our Mass in the Grass at 11 o'clock, and all our priests will be there. If there's any visiting priests, they're there. And this year, a parishioner since birth, but he's a deacon over in St. Louis now, Deacon Steve Farrig, he'll be there, and he'll be giving the homily at the 11 o'clock Mass in the Grass.
Wonderful.
But that's a great place to come together. You can bring your lawn chair. And yeah, the kids just enjoy obviously sitting on the grass, and it's a great kind of like a homecoming for us. Yeah.
And I know so many people that maybe have some mobility issues and kind of get nervous about going into the church because of just getting up and out of the pew. And what better way to go and make sure you're a part of Mass and instead of maybe just watching online for that mobility access, and go and find your own space and be safe.
Right. And they have that big sidewalk through the middle of the park, so that's helpful for people too. So yeah.
I am ready. This is great. This is wonderful. And, I think it's always great to point out, this is your guys' biggest fundraiser. And obviously, St. Mary's doesn't get the funding as a public school does. And there's things that, you guys have to take care of. And this is a wonderful way for the community to support all the initiatives. And always great to point out all the folks that make sure you're able to put this event on. And who are we thanking this year? I know that there's a catalog.
The sponsorship, we are so pleased this year. People really turned out, and we have several different tiers. Folks who have donated $2,000+ all the way down to those who have supported the 5K race, and so there's just a massive number of names.
And then we have the Chick Fritz from is our beer distributor and the main sponsor of it. And then we have all these, it's families, it's businesses, it's everything. Some it's just individuals who have given money. Really cool. So it's really, we want to give a shout out to all our sponsors, everyone who's sponsored the fair this year.
They really make it all come together.
Wow. Before I give you guys any more reason to go to Oktoberfest, let me give you a few more. What about, some of the items could include smart TVs, golf darts, football tickets, blues tickets, hoverboards. This is incredible. Burning pits, luggage sets, giveaway baskets, Vera Bradley purses and wallets. I don't know, a turkey fryer. Wow, this is incredible.
Yeah, you can tap the keg for the 2025 Fest.
That's the big one.
Yeah.
Now, who's tapping it this year?
Is it Steve Sands again?
Sands?
I think it's Steve Sands.
Oh, really cool.
Yeah. I think it's Steve Sands again.
And when we tap that keg, the first keg is traditionally free. So if you are in line, you will get a cup of the Oktoberfest beer in Munich, Germany.
That's really cool.
So we're open Friday evening, of course, but our big kickoff is at 1 o'clock on Saturday when we tap that keg. So it's a good time to be down there and get a free beer.
I'm excited.
It's fun.
I cannot wait to see you all at Oktoberfest coming down the pipeline this weekend. And just one final time, event time. So grounds open Friday, 6 to 11 p.m. Friday. Saturday, October the 12th, 1 to 11 p.m. And then Sunday, noon to 8. I was getting ready to ask you for the time until I saw it in bright red letters
right up there.
that were right in front of my eyes.
Sunday after Mass, you can just head right down there and have your sausage for lunch there.
Yeah, I'm telling you, no better way. And then the live entertainment lineup again, 7 to 11 on a Friday night. On the main stage is the Glendale Riders. St. Louis Express are on the main stage Saturday 1 to 4. Dixie Dudes are on the festival stage Saturday from 1 to 4. And the headliner of Saturday night is Lady Luck on Sunday. Big Shake Daddies from 12:30 to 4:30 on the festival stage. On the main stage at the same time, the St. Louis Express. And then on Sunday night from 5:30 to 8, It's Flip the Frog while all of you are having St. Mary's fun and helping support all the great things you guys are doing. Thanks for stopping by, and always great to talk Oktoberfest.
Thank you for having us.
We'll take a quick pause here at 10:25. A little bit of change, more Daily Show hitting you right after this.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
No matter the season, Played Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Played Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Welcome back to our Daily Show. Here's CJ. Welcome back, 1028. Oh, man, my sinuses are kicking my butt today, man. I'm telling you what. How are you doing today, Pastor?
Doing great. Good to be here, Brother CJ.
Well, so how did everything go the last time we talked, man?
Absolutely phenomenal.
Good.
Thank you for having us on to broadcast about our Super Outreach Sunday, which went absolutely amazing.
Are you doing another one?
Yes, sir.
Good.
We're on to the next one. Yes, sir.
I'm excited. Well, I got an email the other day that was talking about Webster Temple's Fall Festival.
Yep.
And anytime that we get a chance to talk about community events that really give an opportunity for families to come together, because, you know, and I'm not going on my rant today because it's a Tuesday morning and I'm too tired for that.
Oh, man.
But, you know, it seems like everyone always gets frustrated as a young parent because it seems like events are mostly centered around, you know, maybe alcohol or some type of adult libation for the child to kind of be along with.
Yeah.
But for families to come in, have a really, you know, wholehearted day, that's what people are really wanting anymore.
Yes, sir, absolutely. And this is certainly a time for the community and the family holistically. That's what we do at Webster Temple. We want to minister to the family from the male to the female to the children, all the way down.
Well, this fall festival is coming up on October the 12th, correct?
Correct.
And what time does it run?
Starts at 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock.
Really cool. And you aren't just getting the festival, you get bounce houses and hot dogs, chips and drinks and some good fun.
Yes, sir. Every registrant gets free hot dogs, chips, and water. And then also, CJ, there'll be vendors there. So we're going to have other food trucks. And I think, what is it? A touch of something, touch of soda, I want to say, is going to be there. And also some other food vendors. And then also we got some different clothing vendors that will be there and jewelry and stuff like that. So it's going to be a whole lot of going on out there and a lot of fun and games for the kids and stuff like that. And so we're especially looking forward to it every year. This time we block off the road there at Webster and Highland, and we have a blast. We have a wonderful time.
So let me readjust my microphone and reintroduce this segment. Get ready for a whole kit and caboodle of an October 12th day, man. This is incredible. So, that's got to be great, too, for the church to be an opportunity for, individuals to, at least have some type of, public advertisement with having that vendor opportunity and really being able to showcase what they have to maybe their church family or on top of that, just strangers too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And all have been welcome. We had a vendor list out or a vendor marketing out for to invite those and some signed up for it. And they've been doing this for the last couple of years, and it has been absolutely phenomenal. And always we have some great vendors, and they do a wonderful job. And some, of course, like you said, are connected to families of our churches. So it's a great way for us to also start to connect and engage and pour into the families that are that are working at our church.
Well, and especially at this time in the year. I mean, this is a different, we're in that transitionary period of the year where, all of the craziness of school, the initial rush is over, but it's that weird part where we can get stagnant. And then you have the stress of the holidays hitting you, plus you got a national election and you got all the news people talking to you all the time. And so what's the message that you convey to, maybe some of your, parishioners, those folks at your church? What does that look like for Webster right now as you guys are approaching, October, November, and December, that end of the year rush?
Well, CJ, I'm basically at this point in my life, my philosophy, at the center of it all, amidst everything that's going on, the economy, inflation, politics, and in the world, the secular world, and in the church. We have politics in the church sometimes. So, however, with all that going on, at the nucleus should be God, and certainly family is necessary, is really important, and we want to make sure that we draw people back to God in the midst of it, and they find their foundation, their security in Christ in times of hardship, in times of calamity. We've seen so many things around the world with the storms and hurricanes and different things like that. So it's a blessing and a privilege to be able to lead people back to something so secure, the power of God and how He blesses each and every life individually and collectively.
Do you think more people are returning to the church?
Oh, yeah, I believe.
I think so, too.
It's certainly that time. A revival is breaking out right now.
I think so, too.
Absolutely, and He's using us today. So.
Well, and honestly, this is why I think it's a good opportunity for folks to really gain some more knowledge, too. If they've never been to Webster, what better time than to go during a community event to where, you can go in a different setting, maybe not feel as pressured, and get to talk to the folks of Webster and get to know the church more.
Absolutely. We have some of the greatest people at Webster Temple. They're so kind and loving. We have a family filled environment, so you're going to definitely feel the love as soon as you step on the perimeters of the church. And not only that, CJ, on that weekend, we're taking it all the way out the box. So even those that are uncomfortable with the traditional church setting and being inside the church, on that whole weekend is our family outreach, so Family and Friends Day and Super Outreach. That next day, Sunday, we will have church outside.
Yep.
And not only are we having church outside, we're going to be baptizing outside.
Really
So we're going to be having a wonderful time on this weekend, and we're trying to draw all that we can to the body of Christ and to the kingdom of God.
And this is something I've always been fascinated with, is because I was baptized when I was, very young, and all that. But whenever you're a part of baptisms and you're a part of that newfound life, what's that moment like? Where you're, there with that individual that's, making that transition, that's accepting this portion of faith. What's that connection like in those few moments that initially follow? Because I can only imagine the levity that's there.
It's unbelievable, CJ, seeing the change, the manifestation of change taking place in the life of a true believer, that when they go down in the water, that they leave that old man down there and they come up resurrected in a newness with Christ. So the Bible tells us, if any man be in Christ, he's a new creature. Old things have passed away, and behold, all things have become new. And just to see that experience take place by the symbolic measure of being baptized, it's absolutely wonderful. And I'm excited. We've heard from some of the candidates that are going forth for baptism, and they're already excited. As a matter of fact, tonight we have a class for our baptismal candidates, and it's going to be off the chain, and I'm looking forward to the forward motion and improvement of their lives.
This is incredible. From 10 a.m. until 12 p.m. on October the 12th, this is the Family Fall Festival. Bounce House, free hot dogs, chips, and drinks for those that register. You need to reserve your spot with CJ, who's wonderful.
Yeah.
And right outside, 618-550-4148. That's 618-550-4148. You got a moment to stick around?
Sure.
We'll take a quick break. We'll stay here. How about you stay there on RiverBender.com, Roku TV. It's our daily show on this Tuesday morning. We'll be back with more right after this.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Welcome back. 10:38, a little bit of change on this Tuesday. I almost thought it was Friday. It's been a long day so far. Getting back into Webster Temple. You know, just a great opportunity for the community to come together, have some fun on October the 12th from 10 to 2. Bounce House, hot dog, chips, and drinks for those who register by calling 618-550-4148. And whenever you just stop by that Saturday, I mean, how many vendors you guys expecting?
We're at least about, I want to say, close to about 8 vendors out there for that morning.
That's
so
really
it's
cool.
looking pretty good. Yeah.
Well, and now take me through this Sunday. What's that out? We talked a little bit, touched on it with the baptisms and the outside service. But on Sunday, what's it going to look like from start to finish on that outreach day where folks can come out and be a part of this unique service for Webster Temple?
So this is an outstanding opportunity for anybody in our community right now because this particular weekend we're having service outside If you have never experienced a Webster Temple service, you're missing something. So we're not like every church, so we're a little different, but we have a glorious time, a wonderful, magnificent time, you know. But this weekend we're going to be outside. The weather's going to be awesome. We're going to have, you know, the music's going to be out there. Our sound and everything's going to be out there. Our praise and worship team will be singing. So it's going to be in the really atmosphere, cool. And we're going to be waking up the neighbors. We start 8:45 a.m. So it'll be early in the morning.
It's not the lawnmower. It's Webster Temple.
That's right. That's right. So and we're going to be calling on his name. So it's going to be absolutely wonderful. And I'm going to try to do my best to minister and preach. And then we're going to baptize some people, man.
I love it. And now I got to ask you, have you done an outside service before?
We've done an outside communion service in the area of the pandemic. So we did that. We social distancing. We couldn't get inside, so we did it outside, and it worked well. It went phenomenal. So I'm absolutely anticipating this weekend where we're going to be outside enjoying the weather, and all are welcome. So you're in the neighborhood community, from all every area. You're welcome.
You know, I was reading something the other day, and I found it so fascinating. I'm definitely a generation behind mine, you know, so I like to learn about people. And I was reading about Elvis because he was so spiritually inept, and he was talking about all these different things, and he loved to go and witness different services and learn about different backgrounds and different, you know, faiths. And honestly, with this, I want to go just to go see how different churches celebrate, because we're all under the same message. It's just, you know, the way that we do things is maybe a little tad bit different, but the love of God's still the love of God. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think this is a great opportunity for anybody to come and be a part of this. And now Webster Temple is located 1100 Highland Avenue in Alton. Now, where are you guys going to be set up at for the folks that are looking for you?
We're actually going to be set up on our parking lot, so it'll be street parking only on Sunday and Saturday. So it's going to be maybe a little tight, but you'll be able to get in. We'll have gentlemen and women out there to help you be escorted across the streets and to the right area and stuff like that. So it'll be someone out there to help you. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. But we'll be set up on the parking lot, stage and everything, music and whatnot, and just making a joyful noise unto the Lord, man.
Really cool. And now I got to ask you, are you prepared for this outdoor service with the vocals and all of that? Because I would be a little nervous, man. They say outdoor venues are a little bit tougher.
Oh yeah, they are. Typically they are, but I think we've got some great sound technicians at our church, and they do a pretty good job with that. And we're gonna be live as well, so we plan to be on social media with that, and also on YouTube and Facebook. We'll be present on Sunday morning, and I think it's gonna be phenomenal. So I'm ready as I'm gonna be.
You guys do something right with it. So I've told you this, right? I've had a big fight with Mark Zuckerberg. Like, I hate that guy. I know we shouldn't talk about hate, but that's one person that it's on site the moment I see him. You know, I play music, okay? So I get basically like shadow banned on social media. I love having Webster Temple on because your parishioners in your church and everybody a part of it goes to Facebook, and it's the one time I know that people are on, so because it's just there hiding because of the shadow ban thing. Yeah. People watch on RiverBender, but thank you for those that are on Facebook today, making me feel really good, and we're going to take this to Mark Zuckerberg, and I'm going to win this fight. We don't need ASCAP. We just need love. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Man, I just love having you on the show and talking all things Webster. How is First Lady Alyssa Williams?
Lady Williams is doing just fine, so we're expecting a little one.
No way!
Yeah, we got my number 2 is on the way. And we're excited and all fired up and ready to go.
How long do you have?
She's about 5 or 6 months, so we're getting closer.
You might have. That's like almost Christmas baby type of.
February.
February,
so
okay.
February, yep.
Man, that's congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Man, I hope everything goes well this weekend. Let me know how it goes, and then the next event you have, come right back on the show.
Absolutely, we're looking forward to it, man.
We will see you there at the Family Fall Festival on October the 12th from 10 to 2 p.m. Bounce House, free hot dog, chips, and drink for those who call 618-550-4148 to register with CJ Plus. About 8 vendors. A lot of fun. Then that great service starting at 8:45 on Sunday with baptisms to follow.
Yes, sir.
A great weekend in Alton. We'll take a quick break. Daily Show hitting you more coming up your way next after this.
Dream Home Realty Center.
Hey, Sherry, talk to me, Dream Team. We've got a showing.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off dog walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Dibs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
She better not leave me and go after Hollywood. She got the best pudding in the neighborhood. She's my baby. She can drive a truck, she can drive.
Welcome back, Daily Show, smacking you in the face on a Tuesday, 1047. Little bit of change. Lucas Admire in studio. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, CJ, I'm doing well. Doing well. Happy to be here.
Is it warming up out there?
It's starting to.
Man, my freaking hairspray fell out. It's been a bad morning. Looking like I already lived 4 lives today. But, you know, always good to talk about solar. We do it quite a bit on this show. And Sun Solar, man, I was learning a little bit last week. And I'll be honest, we did not do any background normally like we do for every interview I do. And looking at this portfolio, from Mercy Hospital to Prime Trucking, O'Reilly, Big Shots Golf, I mean, just time after time, some Army Reserve Center. You guys are off to the races over there.
Some good work. Yeah, you don't get that number one in Missouri without it.
So, you know, this is really cool. So you guys have 10,000 solar panel installations with 12 years in business. And what's solar looking like right now on the Missouri side of things?
In Missouri, solar's huge, and it's picking up a lot of ground. So in Illinois, they offer what's called an SRAC, which is the State Renewable Energy Credit. Now, Missouri hasn't quite caught up with the trend in that respect, but they're headed there. So right now, what Missouri is offering is a one-to-one buyback program on their net metering, which is essentially, if you look at it, kind of like rollover minutes with AT&T.
So Missouri's doing that?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So, because I know Illinois is changing their 1-to-1 2025.
Yes, sir.
It's
turning into
yeah.
more of a wholesale thing. Yeah. And so what that means kind of for consumers in Illinois is if you go solar prior to December 13th, which I think is what the date is now, they just updated it from the 31st, you'll get grandfathered into that 1-to-1 buyback. So you'll have that kind of through the rest of the time. I think you're grandfathered in for 30 years. But what's happening is they're turning it into a more of a wholesale buyback program after that date passes. So what will be happening essentially is what they're doing right now is what you store on there, they buy from you for market value, what it's worth, and then they sell it back to you at 1-for-1 ratio.
Oh, okay.
Right? Basically what's going to be happening is they're going to be applying a delivery fee on those solar credits.
Right.
Basically what that means is you'll still be using the same electricity that you produced and you contributed to the grid, but now you're going to be paying that delivery fee to Ameren, which is where all our electric bills have been going up.
Really interesting. Well, in this point of the year, what's it look like for you guys at Sun Solar? Because I know that, weather changing can mean a lot of things, and maybe roofing projects in December aren't the thing to do. What's it kind of look like? Or is it conversations about spring already? Is it conversations about summer? Because, a solar man is not, going and buying a car somewhat. Right. This is a bigger decision, but a good decision for so many people. Does it take some time whenever you're working with clients?
Really and truly, if it's something somebody thinks about, the way I kind of like to explain it is more or less it's an IQ test. If you're able to get enough solar panels on your roof to produce the electricity you need, you're almost guaranteed to save money. If not day one, after year 5, there's no way.
Right.
With a bill that's not going up, it's not gonna can't compare to an electric bill that's continually increasing on you. Coming into the winter seasons, yes, we do slow down a bit. Obviously, everybody's just out there. The sun's shining. It's hot. It's kind of on your mind. But we still do a lot of business. Haven't slowed down really yet. What I've seen just over my time in the industry is kind of what happens is people do lean back. They look into it. They like to talk about it, but they don't really like to dive into the project.
Right.
Winter's kind of more sit around the fire and don't go outside and don't worry about it kind of deal. But no, people are coming, and with that net metering changing, at least in Illinois on December 13th, a lot of people have been real apt to kind of jump on the train.
So tell me about this Tesla roof, because I've been wanting to know more about this. And it's one of your sections of the web. So you guys do install the Tesla roof.
We do the Tesla roofs.
Okay. These seem a little bit more expensive of a product.
Yeah, they definitely are. And actually we had a...
but it seems really cool.
They're super sick. So the way they work is they redo your entire roof. Right? So the shingles themselves are the actual solar panels. So on one side, they'll put shingles that are just kind of like regular shingles, but look like the solar panels. And then on the other side, the southwest facing side, they do an entire roof of these Tesla shingles. I was actually at a meeting in Springfield this past week and got to sit down with a guy who I was able to pick his brain on it and learn a little bit more, but I've still got a bit of ways to go on the Tesla roof itself because
it's brand new. This thing is like smoking hot brand new.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely sick.
That's cool.
It is.
So okay, with with roofs and stuff, this is where I find it so interesting because solar's going to keep evolving. It's just seeing where it kind of takes off next. And now with the roof. Is it one of those things, because I know with people wanting to put solar on the roof, you got to have a roof that's not 20 years old.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you definitely need to have some structural integrity left in your roof. Typically 4 to 5 years old. I'm happy to see what we can do and try and get them up there and get them on. Anything over that, it's all right. Okay, let's kind of do a little bit more in-depth survey of the roof. Make sure that we're not already going in and drilling into something that's got pre-existing damage,
right?
Because that's just going to be a liability on our end. Now we are fully insured, licensed and insured, and basically what that means is, on the off chance something were to happen, we're fully liable and take complete responsibility for that, just like a roofing company.
And man, I'll be honest with you, because solar's a big deal on on the show and everything that we talk about when it comes to energy, but it's one of those where you got to be so careful about solar companies.
Yeah.
Because you get those jerks that come into town that aren't licensed in the...
Yeah.
they're licensed in Florida. They know there's a hailstorm, so they go and knock on your door.
Bunch of guys from Utah.
Right, you'll never see again. They make you sign the contract, and then that's it.
Yeah, and then you're lucky if those panels even go up.
And they aren't going to, nine times.
And that's actually... that was how I got introduced into the solar industry.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
this is fascinating.
Yeah, so I did work with one of those fly-by-night solar companies.
No way! I've always wanted to talk to some. Okay, now I'm checking off a box today. How does that work?
Man, dude, I would go all over the country and just knock on doors.
Okay.
So I've worked everywhere from Yuba City, California to Virginia Beach, Virginia, everywhere in between.
Wow, fascinating. Okay, this is cool.
And that was the reason that I am so happy to be with Sun Solar is after that experience, because I was a part of 30 deals that never got installed.
Oh.
And it was because this company they subcontract in every market. They use somebody else to install their panels. So all they are is a sales organization. So they have no hand in the operations department side of it, right?
They wipe their hands clean right afterwards.
All they do is here's a contract and they send it off to somebody else and they have nothing to do with it ever again. And I mean, if you're from Utah and you come out here and you want to knock on doors and that's how you want to get by, that's good on you. But me personally, selling solar to my friends and family, dude, those panels need to go up. We're trying to save some money.
Well, it's just, that's why dude, what a great conversation, because we always talk about that. Like, we have, partners in solar here on this show and on RiverBender, and it's like one of those things where it gets a bad rap, but to hear that, I mean, because I've always wanted to talk to somebody that's done that, and I mean, now that you've had both sides of that solar coin of, the good, bad, the ugly, what's it like working with a Sun Solar, I mean, who obviously has the portfolio and a half, to really, do these jobs. I mean, it's got to be a night and day difference.
It's phenomenal, man, and I feel absolutely to be almost blessed to have been approached by Sun Solar, because they actually came to me, and one of the first things that I said to one of my managers the other day was, guys, so yeah, my commissions aren't as high working with Sun Solar, but on the back end, they take care of everything. I've got a project coordinator that I work personally with that makes sure everything is getting done on time, getting done properly, going through the homeowners to make sure that they're checking off on everything. They provide me with all the resources that I need, and that's the one thing that some of these fly-by-night door-to-door companies don't do. They're just like, hey, you got a cell phone? Download this app. Go knock on some doors, and then they pay you a bunch of money, but that's because there was no overhead for them. They literally did nothing but send you out, get you to sign a contract, and then subcontract that out.
Well, and then, I mean, honestly, it just goes, I mean, it's like you just hit it on the head. It's like, you're selling to your friends and family. You don't want to have that hanging over your head. And whenever you're selling this type of solar, man, I mean, this is...
Yeah, it's a $60,000 investment.
God dang, but I mean, with Sun Solar, I mean, when we're talking Tesla roofs and all that, that's one thing I haven't learned about yet, because the solar companies that I know just aren't there yet. They're getting there, but they just aren't there yet.
Sure.
So I mean, how does the process? Have you been on an install yet, or a project with the Tesla?
No, I have not been on an install with the Tesla. Were there any pictures in there?
I don't know, but I was curious to see what the install time looks like for a Tesla roof. I've always been curious about that since I've heard about these things. Interesting. Okay, so what do you guys do? Do you guys do municipal, agricultural, and residential?
We do it all.
Okay.
Yeah, so we do commercial, residential, and agricultural.
Really
so we can build a farm if you're in a market that you got a bunch of farmland, you just want to kick a bunch of electricity back on the grid and have Ameren buy it from you and make a bunch of money that way.
There you go.
We're capable of doing that. One of the programs that we do offer, and I'm sure a lot of people have probably heard about it or spoken about it, is we have the no upfront solar program. So we offer leases and loans.
Okay.
So if your credit's above like a 650, you'd actually qualify for the no upfront solar, which essentially just means we install the panels and you don't pay until 90 days after.
You just got a little bit more of a back end on that.
Yeah.
So, okay, that makes sense, because you aren't. It's like a first time home buyers thing where you're not going to pay the $10,000 down payment, but you're still. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
you get some assistance in that.
Absolutely, and I mean, we really and truly don't require a down payment on anything.
Really?
If you want to bring that payment lower,
I like that.
Monthly payment down, obviously you can put a down payment on, but it's not required.
Cool.
And typically we are pretty successful in beating what you would be paying the utility.
Oh yeah, I mean 9 times out of 10,
Absolutely.
it's going to more than even out. So what I think's pretty cool, just going a little picture here, you can enter to win a solar system, not the Galaxy, but like an actual solar one for that type of thing that's on your roof there. The last winner. Look at that, 20 grand. That's cool, man. I like that. So we can still enter to win this?
Yes, sir.
I like it, man. That's awesome.
Sir. No, it's awesome. They do a lot of cool stuff.
Heck yeah. I like this a lot.
They do a lot of cool stuff.
I'm a fan, man. Because the best part of this conversation is hearing the transition for you.
Sure.
This
no,
is cool.
and I mean, dude, that was huge. And
awesome.
To go from that company that I was with, that was taking me all around the country, a different place all the time, to be with these guys and that sales meeting we had last week in Springfield, Missouri, they actually brought in one of the state representatives that our company backs, gives them a lot of money, to help kind of push that solar initiative. He's a Republican conservative out there, so big fans of that guy. Cool. And then also, we actually just started looking into manufacturing our own panels.
Wow.
Which is, I know they put a lot of money into the research on that.
That's huge. Wow.
Yeah, just trying to get it all done.
Man, keep me informed on that.
No, dude,
that's
it is. It's awesome. We're just trying to become as vertically inclined as we can.
Before I let you go, what do you like working with more, residential, municipal, or agricultural accounts?
Personally, I like residential.
Do you?
I like going in and meeting the people. Everybody's different. The amount of people and the variety of personalities that I've come across since working in sales and solar in particularly it's definitely leaves me with some laughs.
With that being said, how can people get you a phone call and get in touch with you and say, hey, let's look into this, let's learn more about Sun Solar? What's the best way to do so?
Yeah, absolutely. So my phone number is going to be 816-648-7035. If you just give me a call on there, that's my work number. Leave a message, we'll get you hooked up. Besides that, my email's lucas.admire@gmail.com.
There you go.
And I'm sure everybody knows how to touch base with you. And then I did want to mention one last thing, and this was kind of more for you. So we do offer this ambassador program as well. So if you go and sign up for that, what you would do is you'd select my name, Lucas Admire, as your sales rep, and then for every referral you send over that installs the solar, you get $1,000.
Man, I need about 5 people to do this today. Man, Lucas, thank you so much. And we'll link everything and all that in the on-demand version of the article. But, man, best of luck with this. It's cool that, that you're doing so well with it. And then the best part, again, is hearing that different part of that side, man. That's cool.
It was crazy. Well, I thank you, CJ, and I appreciate you letting me get on here with you, dude. It's been
always a ride. We're out of time at 11:02, but I will see you back here tomorrow. We got a full show. Learn more about folks running for public office and just you and I hanging out on a Wednesday. So with that being said, enjoy your Tuesday, but most importantly, try your best to stay out of jail.